How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome back to Arcanum Gaming. My name is Richie. Today we're back with the final chapter of Snail Trek. Snail Trek Chapter 4, the Final Fondue. Last time we switched sides, I guess. We were playing as the humans or something like that, and we're tricking the snails into giving us the all-green code so that they would begin their migration, we could capture them and turn them all into escargot. Dun dun dun. Today, I'm not sure what's going on. We're about to find out. This is going to be the conclusion of the series here, so sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay, new game. Zimmer will be so pleased with me. Time to go tell him that the snails have begun their migration to this decoy planet. Oh, you poor pathetic snails, have you no idea what's about to happen to you? Oh, you poor pathetic snails, have no idea what's about to happen, do you? That seemed like it was phrased strangely. In a few weeks, we'll be joined by the rest of your tasty race. Of course, you won't be around for that. You will, well, long ago have been a delicious dish for Zoomer, Aaron, and me. Here's a whole bunch of salt to get you ready. That should do for now. Good news, Zimmer. I've successfully sent out the all-green signal. That is great news. Good job, Gaston. I'll radio the fleet to get into position around the planet. Fortunately, I'm still somewhat sick. Maybe you can occupy yourself with some chores for the moment. I'm going to clean myself up, and when I'm feeling better, we can cook up the two snails to celebrate. Oh, okay, sure. I'll find something to do. The lettuce was looking rather scraggly, so I might initiate the reseeding process and take the lettuce cameras offline. Just make sure we keep transmitting the lettuce signals until the snail civilization arrives. If we've ruined the illusion now, they could turn around. Of course. The tape backups are working properly, so we're fine. We'll still be transmitting the lettuce signal. There we go. Reseeding initiated. The scanner needs cleaning. There's some snail mucus in there. I guess I could do that too. My god, he left the cell door open. We can escape. I can't go any further with this chain on me. Let me close the door to break the chain. It's already closed. The wrench still. Kinda rusty, I'm not sure how well it would work for wrenching things. Used it in Chapter 1 to break open the captain's pod. Use wrench on chain. Using the wrench, you take a good whack at the chain, it breaks. Christian, I can't believe you had the wrench on you all this time. Really gotta get up here to clean it. Okay. Press space to switch characters. Use wrench on chain. There, just take a good whack at it. It's dented a bit, but still intact. Give me the wrench, I'm stronger than you. Give wrench. Okay, I'll hold on to the wrench. Shelly. Use wrench on chain. Using the wrench, you take a good whack at the chain, it breaks. Fortunately, your wrench also breaks, rendering it useless. Oh well. Useless broken wrench. Try, what did that say? We need to find a way to deal with that evil Zoc. Almost done cleaning. Press button. Despite the area, your action causes the scanner door to close. Trap the Zoc in the scanner. Can we get the disc? Gaston, I'm feeling better. Do you want to come up to help me prepare the meal? Insert disc. Press the button. Should be ready to print now. Print. Get suit. Wear suit. Talk? You just barely make out the Zoc's voice through the scanner door. Knew you, evil. Me out. Your entire coming will let a signal transmitter, nothing transmitting short of a... Look, the lettuce garden appears to be covered by some kind of barrier. There isn't any way to access the lettuce. Use the computer? Orientation and safety. Open your post at the LTT, Lettuce Transmission Tower. The pride of the Zocs. You are responsible for maintenance of the tower. Please be sure to follow proper safety procedures, especially when walking the grounds around the tower. Ground monster. A deadly creature that lives just under the surface in the planetary crust can emerge if you see a series of cracks in the ground. Stay away. Creatures' digestive system apparently use rocks from the crust to crush their prey. Don't let it be you. Occasionally small rocks may be seen scattered about near the cracks. These are assumed to be digestive rocks that have been excreted. Cave monster, be wary of entering the caves near the transmission tower. Portable light source is a good defense strategy if you enter. Yes. Wow, sounds a lot like fake news and propaganda about your race in there. What happens if we walk up on Shelly wearing this suit? Open. Oh, what's inside here now? Standard storeroom cupboard. Oh. Cigarettes? Gross. Gotta pick up the cigarettes, but there's none left. The pack is empty. Useless. Get it. My goodness. It's a box for floppy disks. Okay, nothing useful in here. Alright, is there anything outside now? It's raining. Oh dear. Book wire. Cable, part of the lightning rod system, descends down the side of the tower. It looks like it has a short gap with some burn marks, but it still seems to be accomplishing the task of diverting lightning strikes from the transmission tower. What if we use the useless broken wrench? Also got 64 score in this one as opposed to the 55 in the last one and 40 in the first two. Use wrench with the wires. Wrench is useless, remember? Cut wire. Cable's fastened tightly to the building. It's not coming off. Does have a short gap in it, though. Use intercom. Press a small button on the intercom. Hi. Hi, Gaston. You can come up and help if you want. I'm feeling better. How are those snails doing? Ha 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 ha. Use the elevator. Meanwhile, several parsecs away. Papa, will we have enough to eat on this new world? Oh yes, kiddo, don't you worry. Mama, what happens on the trip? Well, darling, you're going to sleep for a long time, several weeks. Will I die? Oh no, of course not. Everything will be just fine. We'll be sleeping right next to you this whole way. The whole way? Well, kiddo, Mama and Papa do have an important responsibility. Halfway through the trip, the computer will wake us up. We just need to check that everything is still looking good. I'll make sure you're still sleeping safely and soundly. Here, let me show you, kiddo. I'm going to switch to a close-up view of the planet. It's about as good as we can see it right now. Our new home. Halfway through the trip, your mom and I will wake up just to make sure that everything still looks good. There are no anomalies. What's an anomary? Don't you worry, dear. It's just a formality. The scouting crew sent us the all-green signal, so we're sure it's a nice and safe lettuce planet. Look how green it is. Fresh lettuce? Oh yes, kiddo. All the fresh lettuce you could ever want. Now it's time to tuck you in for the long journey, dear. Time for sleep. Back on the Zox decoy planet. Oh, there's another elevator. 2 elevators. Look around. Looks like you're on a higher floor in the transmission tower. To the left of the 3 elevators, there's a cooking area with a stove and table. The wall has large windows. To the right of the elevator is a doorway. Zimmer Aaron is busy with kitchen prep. I bet that steaming hot pot is meant for you and your crewmate. Not again. Ugh. Oh, that's very loud and obnoxious. Must be from the cigarette. Okay, that's it. No more smoking. They're bad for me anyway. Time to get rid of them. Interesting. Look table. Looks like a dining table, though it's much taller than the one snails use. The surface of the table is graced by the presence of a container and what looks like a bunch of grapes. Yes, down. I'm just getting the broth prepared, ready for our celebration. Can't wait to get those snails in the cauldron. Get the grapes. Open container. Pick up the container. It's empty. Get ladle. Pick up the ladle. What's this? Boiled escargot. Boil water, add escargot. Boil until done. If desired, remove any unaccumulated fat with ladle. Get recipe. Look. Window. What is on the left side of the room? I have an expansive view over the surrounding area. It's like it looks stormy out there. One of them appears to open. Open window. You said it's raining too hard outside to open the window. Look pot. Large cauldron sits on some sort of flameless stove, water bubbling furiously within it. Can we push? Hey, what are you doing? You nearly pushed me right into the pot. Be more careful. Good idea. Perhaps the zoomer were a bit more distracted. Look in the box. It's a large shipping box with the words Surge Protector 10,000 on it. Peer inside. Among the various packing material remains, you find a small piece of paper that you take. Look. Paper. Oh, not that paper. Small piece of paper you retrieve from the box has some text in a strange language below that translation that you can read. Addendum. The surge protectors run on redose operating system. In case of crash, the device can be rebooted by press large red button. Reboot may take several seconds. Push the red button. Look wall. Nothing on the wall other than Windows' shelf. Look. It seems to be some kind of stereo system. There's a small coin slot in it. Look, shelf. Some shelves on the left wall. Below them is some sort of stereo system. Bottle of lotion. Get lotion. Use stereo. Turn knob on the stereo. The sexy music stops. Look. The small machine says Vino Stream on it, and in smaller letters, Instant Fermentation System. There's a single button and a small hopper on the middle of the machine for inserting ingredients, you presume. Use grapes on hopper. Place grapes in the hopper, top of the machine, press the button. Cup appears filled with what appears to be wine. You take it. Okay. Look, is that a toilet? This could be a toilet used for the removal of bodily waste. It doesn't look quite like a snail toilet, but the Zocs are strange creatures indeed. Open the toilet. Can't open the toilet. Use it. You're not exactly sure how to use the Zoc contraption. You suspect you could figure it out in an emergency. In any case, you don't really need to go now. Let's look at the table. Unremarkable. It does have a small brown tin on it. Open tin. Get tin. Open tin. Open the tin of the Uberlax mints and peek inside. The little mints look so innocent. Who knows what power they could unleash? Plastic tin of Uberlax mints. Tin says provides instant constipation relief even in the worst cases. Works for most species. On the label says please remain within close proximity to a toilet during usage. Use laxatives on wine. That'd be quite the interesting combination. Uberlax mints don't dissolve well though. Just end up with a glass of wine with a suspicious looking mint floating on top. Half full lotion, wine, mints. Piece of paper. Use mints with the hopper. Use mints on hopper. Place the Uberlax into the hopper on the machine, press the button. You were curious as to what the Uberlax would be like if fermented. It looks like the machine doesn't want you to find out. Perhaps some fresh food would be better. Alright, get the mints back. Oh, I didn't mean to eat it. I feel very empty. Enter the elevator. Interesting. Look around. You appear to be in the base of the transmission tower. There's some large noisy machinery here, perhaps a generator. A large sign adorns the wall next to the elevator. On the lower right is a large curved work desk. Okay, look at the sign. The sign of the wall is titled Danger of Explosion. Could explode if electrical power surge fuel tank is overfilled. Book table. Computer, some sort of equipment setup, small machine on the far left looks like a grinder. Book on the table. Look at the book. Black notebook. Get book. Gaston's random science stuff. Superconductor, day 131, lots of downtime. Here I thought I'd try some experiments. My lightning rod could be slightly improved. I could make it superconductive. My research suggests that the element deuterium is a potential candidate for the superconductor, and luckily, the planet has deuterium, although figuring out how to find it will be difficult. Amazingly, I've found some small deuterium deposits just outside the tower. Very strange, since it's only supposed to exist deeper underground. At any rate, collected them all and turned them into fine powder. I know that I must activate the deuterium with radiation, ideally some kind of radioactive substrate that I can encase it in. For now, I've scrapped the luminescent paint off the dials of my watch. It's not sufficient for mass production, but at least I can test if it works at all. Doesn't. There's one more ingredient I need. What is it? The complex experiments have deduced that I need a compound with a ratio of 6 hydrogen, 2 carbon, 1 oxygen. Oh, that's ethanol, regular old alcohol, booze. This could actually work, but I've now run out of deuterium, and the evil snails are arriving right now. I need to abandon my experiments for now. Okay, so we need deuterium, radioactive substrate, and alcohol. Okay. Look. Complex experiment set up with test tubes, flasks, all sorts of things you don't understand. Must have been used for research. Use the computer. Not much to use, just a single button which you press. Screen shows a view of a new room. The screen. Looks to be some kind of security monitor. It has a screen that shows various rooms and locations around the transmission tower. There's a single button. Nothing particularly interesting to see, but looks like quite the lightning storm outside. Press the button. Okay. Press the button. Flip through the pages on the clipboard. It appears to be a maintenance log. Connected the lettuce feed into the transmission line. We are live. Selling military-grade backup tape drive so that the lettuce feed can't be interrupted even if the lettuce dies. Needs to be reseated. Hashtag winning. Received upgrades for generator that power the transmission. Should now work on any biodiesel, corn oil, animal lard, butter, whatever. Lightning storms keep hitting the tower, damaging generator. Ordered large surge protector. Still haven't received surge protector, so installed lightning rod system on tower exterior. Seems to work okay. Noticed a gap in the lightning rod cable outside. Oops. Well, we've had a few lightning storms. Seems to function fine. Nope, it's not a fire hazard. See surge protector. Of course, it's the wrong color. Well, installed it anyway. Proud of my setup. Take a total catastrophe to interrupt the lettuce transmission. What's this? Lettuce signal, transmission antenna, surge protector, generator. Look at the generator. This must be what powers the transmission tower. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be an off button. In front of the machine has some sort of meter on it, what appears to be a filling spout to the left. There's also a small window to see inside. Use the lotion on the generator. Has oil-free printed in large letters in the bottle. There's nothing in it that would fuel the generator. Darn it. Use Uberlax grinder. Use laxative in grinder. You suspect trying to grind the Uberlax would make a mess. Use the elevator. Look, the lightning rod extends higher than the transmitter. It appears to be lightning away from the transmitter, sending the electricity harmlessly down inside of the tower via cable fastened to the platform. Cut wire? Cable strong, you are not. Whoops. Truly shocking end to our story. It's too bad that your skin isn't a little more conductive, so the electricity wouldn't have to pass directly through your heart. You're so charred, you're not even editable anymore. Burnt escargot, who wants that? No one. Look around. When rain are battering the top of the tower, you better. Yeah, back downstairs. Let's see. Give laxative. Sorry, I don't have any need for that. You should talk to your crewmate every now and then if you need advice. Maybe. Use ladle with vomit. Can't use the snail vomit with the ladle. Get vomit. Talk. Looks stupid in that suit. I bet if we work together we can figure out how to destroy the transmitter. Aha. Let's get the cigarettes. Pick up the cigarettes, amazing they're still dry inside. Use cigarette on wire? Place one of the cigarettes in the small gap in the lightning rod. Standing too close to it. Alright, I've got the lit cigarette here. Let's go back upstairs, set off the fire alarm, then push him into the pot. Can't smoke in here. Sets off the smoke detector. Any further, and I'll put that out for you. Told you, no smoking. Where'd you get those anyway? Don't do that again. Use the ladle. It's not part of the recipe. Upon further reflection, you realize that by the time Zoomer actually consumes your uber lax-laden broth, you and your crewmate would already be ingredients in it. This lotion with wine. Open the lotion bottle, pour the wine into it. Wine seems to be well absorbed by the lotion. Doesn't seem too different yet, though just a little more liquidy. Instant constipation relief. With a vent. Air vent on the ceiling above the stove. I wonder where it connects to. Is there a vent in here? No vent. Yeah, I don't see a vent down here. There's the vent. Okay. Hang on a second, guys. Get the cigarette. Give lit cigarette. My goodness. Give lit. Didn't work. Place cigarette in the gap. Okay. That's an achievement for getting them both to smoke at the same time. Okay. Back upstairs. Alright, yeah, he's gonna put that one out. I head upstairs here. Cigarette smoke is being sucked into the vent. Master Chef, make a fondue out of a zoc. That's for Captain Alonia. Okay, now we need to get out of here because that noise is going to be very obnoxious. Okay. Use the ladle. And more fat is coming to the surface of the broth. Maybe wait a bit longer for it all to float to the top. Okay, now use the ladle. Get fat. Using the ladle, you collect the fat that floats to the top of the broth in your Tupperware container. Use fat with lotion. Can't use the container's zoc fat with the wine lotion. Really? Use the elevator. Use fat generator. Add fat to generator. Carefully you pour the still warm fat into the opening on the generator. As you empty the Tupperware container, you see the fat level in the generator come up so far that it almost leaks out of the funnel. Look at this. Lightning automatically keeps hitting the tower damage to the generator. Press the button. It didn't do anything. Add wine to the generator. Is that not what we're supposed to do? Search projector. Alright, we need to find this other stuff. Open door. Fortunately, the tiny light from the burning cigarette doesn't help with seeing anything in here. So remember the scary place from Chapter 2? You have no desire to travel back through here. Look. Those are the cracks that the Zox computer mentioned. Dudium. Alright. Just had to check. Okay. Oops. Wandered too close to the wire. Where am I going to find this rock stuff? Why is there no 4? Press the button. Okay. bed. Use wrench on the hopper. Add wrench to hopper. Add cigarettes to hopper. No such luck. Hi, Shelly. With a name like Dudium, what do you think it is? I don't need the suit anymore. Dudium, huh? It's got to be in the cave, right? Or the toilet, that's all I can think of. Let's go with the floor. Real shag rug. Move the rug. Use toilet. Dudium. What if we take the laxative when we're not by the toilet? Take it. You don't really need it. What can soon you relax without a nearby place to relieve yourself? In the computer about it? Did I check the computer? Let's try this again. Oh dear. Okay, that happened. Look, pipe. Use the elevator. we let him out? Get the Zoc trapped in there. I suspect things won't go too well if you let him out. Alright. Let's use the computer. Encyclopedia. Nothing there. Digestive rocks. Here's an idea. Use laxative with crack. Put laxative on crack. You toss the tin of Uberlax onto the ground in front of you. Yep. Aha. Alright. That's what I thought. Now we gotta head all the way back up. Just use, please. My goodness. I hate typing. Just one of the reasons text parsers are so annoying. Especially if you're not good at spelling. Fortunately, this one seems to be fairly robust. Very well designed, I will say. Alright, let's go ahead and grind up this rock. Use deuterium with grinder. Place the chunk of deuterium into the hopper on the grinder and press the button. The grinder emerges a fine purple powder which you pick up. Add powder to lotion. Alright, so that becomes something completely different. You may have just created a conducting lotion. Add lotion to machine. You already filled the generator with sock feathers. No more room for anything in it. Okay. So we use the lotion on the lightning rod. And then hit the red button. Is that the gimmick? It's the only thing I can think of at this point. Excuse me. Alright, let's give it a try. Oh, no, maybe we use it not on the lightning rod, on the other thing. What's this? Transmitter. Use lotion on transmitter. Use the transmitter with the superconducting lotion. Really? Use the lotion. Why did we use that on ourselves? Oh. Excellent. Now that you're wearing super necklace, it seems like the lightning just passed harmlessly on the surface of your skin. And now we press the button. Not that button. Better get out of there, Shelly. Uh-oh. Excellent. We did it. Oh. That's a big S-car no on the survival right there. So there's been some kind of incident on the surface of the decoy planet. Looks like the lettuce transmissions have stopped. Meanwhile, halfway between the snail homeworld and the decoy planet. Initiating a mid-journey check. Waking crew members. Should we check? My god, is that it? Doesn't look covered in lettuce at all. Is it the right planet? I'm afraid it is. I double check the coordinates. Yep, that's it. We need to warn the fleet. We have to abort the migration. What happened? Were we tricked? I'm not sure, dear. I'm not sure. I'm sure of one thing. That's not a planet we can live on. May as well check on the kiddo. Oh my god. What is it? Nothing. She's fine. She looks so peaceful, like nothing's happened. Not looking forward to telling her what's going on. When she wakes up, I wish we could provide a better world for her. One day, dear. One day. Snail homeworld. Several months later. Alright, that's it. It reads, Memory of Alonia Mollusk. Courage battered us all. Memory of Christian Snail. Gave warmth to us all with his big heart. Aw, they died. Memory of Shelley. Who doesn't have a last name? May your devotion to our people inspire us all. What's the sign say? The sign reads, this park was created in the memory of the intrepid crew of the Phoenix mission to planet K291b. Made the ultimate sacrifice while trying to provide a better life for snailkind. Search continues. We will persevere. No rush to leave. Stump is all that remains of a tree struck by the blight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to go ahead and conclude Snail Trek, I believe. What's this over here? I can barely see the point. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was entertaining. unfortunate about the ending. We lost our crew there, but we did save Snail Kind. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This was a very fun little series. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, not sure what we're going to do next week. Maybe we'll do another demo. Maybe we'll have another short adventure game. Guess you'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day.